Okie dokie. Let's do some things. Alrighty. So today I've got a few things I want to do. Basically, I'm going to be doing some balance work, and part of that also involves putting together a something for armor as well, and maybe changing up some of the shot types. Essentially, I've got a bunch of number tweaking that I want to do, just some observations that I've made. The first observation is burst, while being a fire mode, isn't really what I want to. Yeah, burst is like, it's sort of weird. I don't really like have fire switch selectors or anything like that. So I'm thinking what I'm going to change to instead. I've already sort of built everything that I need for this, which is good. But essentially just go for aimed, snap, and automatic. And the idea behind that is essentially, yeah, like aimed is 2, snap is 1, automatic is 2 action points, and then we can start to use the shot profile differently. So aimed now becomes, say, 3 shots, so instead it's an aimed burst. So the benefit of this is it's going to be more useful, because as it stands, you're going to want to use fire coverage. Like for a rifle, either I balance it down so that either burst is too strong or single shot is too weak. So rather than sort of go for the fire mode sort of thing, I'm going to go for this aimed and snap, and I'll eventually figure it out. And maybe that's watering it down a little bit too much. I can always go back to having burst, but I just want to simplify it down to just a few tools, just to get back to sort of what I was looking for. So next up, graze modifiers. So these graze modifiers are percentages. The way XCOM seems to use these graze percentages is as percentages of hit. So these numbers, I'm probably going to aim for a fair bit higher than this, because I want like grazes to be rather common when like even in low likelihood shots when someone's behind cover. So it might be like more like 80, 40, something like that. But either way, grazes I want to be more common. I want to start looking into armor a bit more. So I'm going to be giving Kevlar its armor. Also, there's another aspect of armor templates. See these stat UI markups. Basically, there's a bunch of things that if I want to change all of the armor and rebalance it, it's actually kind of a bit weird. Because even though they have config variables for a lot of them like have conditional mobility bonuses. Like if I gave a mobility bonus to, not that I'm going to, but if I gave a mobility bonus for this particular bit of equipment, it just wouldn't show up. So we've got all these reasons why I don't want to use all that. So, and I imagine Long War has probably done something similar. It essentially had an item table which lets you set a lot of these things somewhere else, and then the code would update it appropriately to get it to work correctly. So yeah, we're going to put a bit of code together to do that. One thing I'm going to check, which would be with armor template. Probably not armor template, but anyway, let's see. So armor template's easy. I'm thinking more like, what's the other one? Not armor template, item template. So that would have the UI markups. Set UI markup. Set UI stat markup. Doesn't have it? Oh, okay. What is it? X2 armor template derived off equipment template. That would be it. So an equipment template has its stat AI markup. And it's not protected, which means I should be able to empty that with my own thing, and then and set them manually. And then what we can do with those same configs is then we can then dig through the abilities. The ability template rather. And in that ability template, we remove the persistent effect that each of these bits of armor have. So they look a bit like this medium plated armor stats here. And they only have one target effect, as most of them should. So in this case, we clear the target effects, which have been removed protected right from those, which of course is to offset the fact that they didn't, like they've already did the work to allow this sort of runtime changing of all this stuff. So we're going to go through and we're going to add some sort of armor manager, armor profile that'll let us manage all those bits and pieces there. Anyway, so with all that put together, I think I'm going to do my armor stuff first. I had done a bunch of little bits and pieces of code. I just did that before I could get access to the to my Steam profile. I share it with my son, so I don't always get an opportunity to make use of Steam straight away and actually test out what I'm doing. Right. So I'm going to make an armor profile. Struct. I'll make a small unit tactics armor profile, and we'll go var name armor name, var name armor ability name. So each armor provides some sort of ability, which allows it to, which is the ability is the one that does the stat changes. Then we're going to go var int armor HP bonus. I'll just go HP. No elad v. Oh well. Armor mitigation chance. Armor chance. What do they call it? I'll just change it by the name. What do they call it in the actual template? Yeah. Armor chance and armor mitigation. Cool. Yep. And mobility. So yeah, these are the four that I care about. I'm probably not going to do mobility and stuff like that, but either way, it'll serve as a good sort of baseline. Alright, var config armor profile. Load armor profiles. Okay, so we've got an issue here. Got to get past these ones. Got this. I have to add Kevlar armor stats because Kevlar doesn't even come with one. So we can add that. Hey RoboJumper, I'm just noticing something you're saying in the Discord. Have you seen the range indicator that's done in what's it called, in Hard West? Because that's a really nice implementation. It looks great. Um, um, oh hell, let me bring it up. I think I've got it installed right now. Yeah, I've got it installed. So let's just have a look at it. Because I think it's really beneficial to see. Like, even though I don't like how the game is balanced, I really do like how this comes up. Right. Hopefully you see this, which you seem to, so that's all good. Come on now. Alrighty. So I haven't played that far in this. I tried playing an Iron Man, but it's not a whole lot of fun, Iron Man. I'm going to just play this one because it's got the, what's it called? It's got the tutorial. So yeah, we'll just start it on normal.
The Old West was a hard place. The only thing in abundance.
Skip past all that. Are you sure? Do you want to play the tutorial? Yes, I do. Okay, so I mean, this is basically like Old West XCOM, right? But you see this little doohickey here. I'll just jump over here. Alright, so I'm in cover and I can see this guy. So if you see just down on the bottom left here, that changes based on essentially what range I've got. So based on the cursor or based on the target, it can be a way to figure out just how where the weapon is most useful. I mean, there's already a weapon range thing happening in your in the shot wings. But if there was something like this, you could preview quite easily and say, oh yeah, so this weapon is effective in this area, and drops off far at another area. But I don't know how possible that is with what you've got there. But either way, that's the thing I was referring to. I also like how snappy the animations are, because even though yeah, so that's one of the other things is when I looked at how the animations work in this, I want to do something like that for yeah, I want to do something like that for XCOM because quite frankly, it just like the animations are too slow for that kind of stuff. Anyway, I think that'll do it for now. I just wanted to show you that range indicator. Yeah, as I said, like I mean, it's enough that it doesn't feel like you're looking at a spreadsheet or anything like that, and like potentially you can just stuff it in the corner because it's the kind of thing that you're going to be looking around somewhere and looking for it. But I really thought they did a good job making that little range indicator with just a little bar or something. But I don't know if you could render something like that. But if you could, it'd be pretty sweet. Can you do gradients in panels? Like programmed gradients in UI panels? That's a shame. So you were thinking of doing a graph plot or something? Yeah, anyway, back to it, and I'm gonna small unit tactics armor profile. That's one armor profile. Alright, so armor profile. Weapon name. Sorry, armor name. So we've got an armor template, and then we want the ability template as well later. The first thing we do is grab that. We need the ability template manager as well. Doop, doop, doop. Kill all this, we don't need it. Alright, find data template, all difficulties for armor profile. Okie dokie. Now that we've done that, what are we doing with the item? So with the item, we're addressing the UI markups. So first thing we need to do, I'm just checking off screen, give me a moment. So we're going UI stat markups dot length equals 0. Welcome. RoboJumper was lamenting your absence. Funny you should mention that. I do have ice cream somewhere. Dodge. Dodge is a thing. Alright, what am I doing? Sorry, I got distracted. That's right, I'm adding dodge. There we go. So armor chance and item mitigation aren't in the UI stat markups, so we'll ignore them. But we'll put them in here. What have I been doing? So I've got Overwatch to work recently. It was surprisingly straightforward, only because there's not really that much difference between standard shots and normal shots, and because of the lovely stuff that RoboJumper did for me in terms of he did for me in terms of making shot pairings. I could pretty much just hook into that code and do everything that I needed to. So it was pretty good. So So yeah, I've got Overwatch working, so I'm almost at a point where I'm doing balance phasing now, which partially means doing armor, which is why I'm doing armor, because Kevlar doesn't have any armor abilities to speak of, but that means I need to do something, and I imagine Long War did something pretty similar, but in terms of having an item template, so that you could update certain details about how that item worked. So got to go through and make it so that these little override item template thingamajigs essentially make all the items behave correctly without having to go into every single one of them and do what I want to do. Because unfortunately they sort of, whenever they, like, even though they've put code in config, it hasn't actually done everything. They haven't got the full profile in config, which means you have to do a lot more work than you really ought to. Which, I mean, I guess they did because they had full control over it, but it would have been nice if they'd just done profiles to begin with for these repetitive armor bits and pieces, so they could build it all from config rather than playing around with it in all sorts of ways. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What am I doing now? Dodge. Okay, so that's that, and then we've got to go for the ability templates too. Alright, whoops. Ability template. Right. Now, ability manager. What does that look like? Get template names. I don't want that. Find data template all difficulties. I wonder if X2 ability manager has that. Find ability template all difficulties. Sure does. And I'm aware that this is probably messing things up for the strategic and tactical tuning, setting these the same for each difficulty level. It's going to be fine. Armor ability name. That's what I want. Ability templates. That's where it's going. And ability templates reset here. Now, as far as I'm aware, there are no target effects on these armor abilities. Nope. So all I need to do is empty out the target effect and then rewrite the persistent stat change effect to be what I need it to be. So it's going to look like this. the light powered armor. HP, mobility and dodge. Yep, so that's just all gravy. Right, so we've got dodge and then we've got armor mitigation that we need to do as well. Armor chance and armor mitigation. I have no idea if it actually... I have no idea if armor chance is actually a thing that works anymore, because they don't use it at all. All the armor chance is set to 100. But I might find out eventually. I'm not really going to worry about it at this point. I'm just going to set them all to... just going to set them all to maximum for now, but we might try it. Yeah. So it doesn't actually get calculated in some way, shape or form. I mean, it's all in the code. Like, they've made sure to leave it there, but... Alright, so... Sorry, I'm just checking the name of the variable that I need to flush. It's ability target effects. Alright, so that's nice, and then we can do an armor profile. Let's try it out. So our armor profiles. We'll just do one for our humble Kevlar. So we've got armor name is Kevlar armor. Ability name is Kevlar armor stats. HP equals 0. Armor chance equals 100. Armor mitigation equals 2. Alright. So let's just try that. We'll see if our armor profile comes up as we want to. We'll change, like I've put something in game core just to, like I've got all this in the config, but I really don't want to use it if I don't have to. As I said, I think the armor profile is a better way to deal with it. It's going to be safer in the long run and require me to write a whole lot less code. So there you have it. To be honest, it's really curious why they didn't actually write code like that themselves, because I can't imagine it actually saves them any time in the long run. Even for balance testing. I think it would have taken longer for them to balance test in that way. But anyway. Right. Just need to add our source for our new X2 ability for item granted. That's it. That's the one. Alright, let's build it. Let's see if I haven't broken it. I did a bunch of blind changes, so it's been a little while since my last compile. So who knows, this one might not work. First compile's always slow. Alright, that's all. Build failed. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do, but anyway. 337. Template. Armor templates. Ability templates. That's terrible. Should have caught all that. Let's move you to the bottom. That's where you should be. Type mismatch in if. It's in the armor chance. Anything else I need here? Express mismatch. Bad or missing expression in shot types. 131G. Ah yes, burst. I don't want burst anymore. But I can do blind fire for automatic. Yep, that'll work. Alright, while I'm on the way through here, what am I doing? While I'm on the way through here, I might just check my binocular ability, because I want to drop the priority on that. Yeah, standard shot priority is no good. Let's see what other priorities we have. So let's put him after Overwatch priority. Overwatch priority +5. Let's make it pistol Overwatch priority. It's a whole lot of priorities. Alright. Evac priority plus. Yeah, that works for me. And we'll do all binoculars, so it's all good. Right. You need something to do, RoboJumper. What will you do next? Patron Saint of XCOM. XCOM modding. Yeah. Yeah. Second time in a row the bug is entirely something else. Need better tools. You ever done any developing on Unity? Is it any better than this? I don't know. Maybe one day I'll make my own game, and I'd like to like to scope out something that allows me to at least pretend I can program decently. Need to stall. Come on, load times are slow today. There's my 2 armor pips. That's nice. No defense, no dodge. What if I go here? Does it show the armor from being in cover? Oh, my bad. I always forget the camera. I even got it right there. I should be paying more attention. Alright, snap, burst, and aim shot. Gotcha. That's right. So I haven't got enough greys either. That's a problem. Why is that button clickable there? Does it happen the same? Well, it does happen the same. Okay. It's clickable because I'm clicking on hit, of course. Alright. We've got low cover. That's giving the 35 like I put in the config, and the greys. So I'm going to up the greys a bit. Like, I want cover greys to actually be quite a large component of what's going on. So that way I don't have to penalize missing quite so much. Like, I can have misses exist by virtue of the greys existing. Alright, what do I want? Overwatch, single shot. Watch is cleared. Panicked. Alright. So that's one thing I need to do for balance is I need to figure out how to get like small hits to not panic quite so often, because they seem to be like, it's sort of the antithesis of what I'm going for. If small grazing hits can cause you to freak out like just every single time, so I have to look into where all that panic roll stuff is coming from. The other thing I want to deal with is framing. Let me just turn the action cam back on. Oh, what did I do there? I did the wrong thing. Let's get behind that tree. As an aside, the reason why my armor isn't worth a damn right now is because I'm shooting with they've got mags, and mags will have, in my New Balance, mags will have armor piercing. Alright. Alright, that should cause them to back off a bit. Got a flank as well. That's not single shot anymore, so I have to remove that, and I also have to make sure the graze doesn't show up on those sorts of abilities. Oh, just got his Overwatch taken. Panicked. Nice. No, don't go that way. Hey, it cleared out from the grenade. Nice. Don't know if it did that on purpose, but it was handy anyway. Starting to think this might actually work. This is kind of fun. Alright. Let's lay some fire down. And then we'll take an overwatch. Didn't kill. No. Should just kill the flank. Let's take the teeth out for those and just have them kill things that they flank. So they're not using Overwatch at all, so I have a suspicion that I need to add that ability flag. Yeah, I haven't added that ability flag for them, so they need to know about Overwatch. Doesn't show me the hits. Yeah, so I need to kill a bunch of Cinescript events in there and stuff like that and deal with them. Alright, can I get a decent automatic fire? Yeah, 44 is good. Nice. Seriously, this is glorious. I love this stuff. Like, it just looks good. And it does actually explain the scenario right now to a degree. Because we've got heaps of incoming fire coming for this guy. Got incoming fire oh, no incoming fire on her. Which is good. Ah, that's right. The other incoming fire is coming over here because she was panicked, so they didn't even shoot at her. Yeah, if we can fix that camera, it would be really nice. Especially the way the camera cuts away. Yeah, the camera cuts away right as I'm about to shoot. I've only got one burst left. Got to reload next turn. That wouldn't rely on any overrides? Because that'd be sweet if there's an easy way to do that. Oh man, you missed. What'd you do? It's all coming apart because I'm trying to rush this through. You're so dead. Have you got good examples for how that works? Because I I mean, I could investigate, but I'm sure you already have an idea of how you would go about doing that sort of camera implementation. Because I feel like it just needs to hold for longer. That's really all it needs to do, is hold on it for longer so the rest of the damage ticks show, and then pull back as per normal. And as long as it works for both the action cam style, where it's shot close, and for the pulled back style where the enemy fire is, or when action cam is turned off, then it should be good. Because here it pulls back right there, and I can't actually see a thing. So that's the other thing. It would be nice to get those damage ticks to move forward a bit. I'll start having a look at the blocks soon. Man, this is going to hell. Alright. Reload. It's the only unit I had. Bugging out, forcing him to move, so at least he's taking less shots. Add a midpoint camera that frames the shot. Remove it in the enter cover. So on the finalize animation. Yeah. Sure thing. 2 moves. Why'd you do that? He's dead. And they dodged the grenade. Both of them dodged the grenade. That's so good that they're doing that. Because I thought I was going to have to dig into the AI to figure out how that worked. But if I don't, then that's great. That's just perfect. Alright, let's watch this squad die, and then we'll get back into it. So dead. Taking heavy losses, we may have to adjust our approach. Can't even shoot properly. So dead. Is that it? Not yet. And 2 armor. Saved by the armor. Alright, that was fun. So what have we got? We got the armor worked. We've got the framing camera that's all sorts of messed up. The aiming seems alright. There's a bit of translations to change. Yes. Code black. F. Big fat F. I'm really balancing for this for 6-man squads because it's activating all pods. Got someone new here. How about that? Nice. Alright, so what do we got to do? What do we got to add? Let's just fix up the translation real quick. Point fire. point fire. That's it. Lay prolonged fire at the target. Yep. React to movement with burst shot fire. We're not doing Overwatch burst anymore. I'm just going to remove the concept of burst altogether for the moment. Instead, like, it's aimed, snap, and automatic. That's what I'm going for. Because I think, honestly, that's what the working profiles will end up looking like. Because for an assault rifle, I'm not gonna fire it without burst. So I may as well have it set up like this. Come on, gotta have a shotgun doing this kind of thing. All right, we're gonna kick up the grazers a bit. Cannon's almost guaranteed to graze. I want to have a conditional Overwatch penalty too at some point. Because essentially what I want with the Overwatch is certain weapons will be better at Overwatch than others. So you would have less of an aim penalty for an assault rifle. Because an assault rifle is quicker to aim than a cannon or a sniper rifle. So a sniper rifle has got a pretty poor Overwatch, like a decent Overwatch penalty. Whereas a shotgun and an assault rifle are far better at what they're they're for close quarters reaction, so they're better placed for it. Yes, something like that. What next? What do I do next? Not sure. Let's crack on. I might just have a look at my ability to hit calc, because it'd be nice. There's all the standard aim, get hit chance. Where the hell am I? Oh, this my one? Add reaction flat modifier. Oh, okay. So I've already got a bunch of stuff going on here, so I can probably do just this. I'll just add an Overwatch modifier and call it. Weapon manager. I do wonder whether I'm gonna have to eventually put a graze profile, like similar to the range profile for what's it called, for aim in general. But I might just see if I can do without it to start off with. Int Overwatch. Overwatch aim modifier. That's what I want. Okay. So Overwatch aimed modifier. from a fire mode and source weapon template. So how much? What's the deal with the sale on the Talos principle? Return weapon profile dot weapon aim modifier. Overwatch aim modifier. Is Talos principle any good? Overwatch aim modifier. Let's drop it down. Alright, that's it. Okay. So now I can go Overwatch aim modifier. Let's say that one does 10 better. That one does 20 better. Shotgun's great on Overwatch. This one not so much. And this one not so much. Maybe a little less. And this is on top of the default, so I'm not gonna push it too heavy just for now. Yeah. I still haven't finished The Witness, so I don't really need another another puzzle game right now. Well, I finished The Witness. I haven't gotten all the world puzzles yet. Been playing a bit of Flint Hook though. Flint Hook's great fun. Alright, that'll do. I want to start putting proper weapons in these guys' hands. We'll get there eventually. Okay. I want to see what I've changed so far. It's getting to the messy stage. Documents, Firaxis, XCOM, small unit tactics, git diff. Add a bunch of config. Changed a bunch of numbers. Added an aim modifier. Added an armor profile. Change to Overwatch Snap. Get rid of Overwatch Burst Shot and just have Overwatch Snapshot as the same thing every time. Okay. Okay. We do remove burst shot in favour of aimed burst using follow shots. Add armor profiles. We can change up our armor a bunch. Right. Push that up. What I also want to experiment. Let's look at character templates, because I want to quickly have a bit of a play with what's it called? Character stats. This is nice because they've made it an enum. It should be super simple for me to just change that up. So I might do a bit of that now because I can. No one gonna stop me. What's it called? Config XCOM. Which one are you? Default game data. Game data character stats. .ini. Armor chance. Right, 100 armor mitigation. Let's put them on with even footing with us. Now I wonder how this gets changed up throughout all the difficulties. That's another thing I'm not sure of, is just how the difficulties work with all this. Difficulty overrides. I see, righto. So we jump down and we've got some difficulty overrides. Well, that explains that then. Diff 0, righto. Okay, so I should be fine updating the armor because they don't update the armor usually. I've already got a multiplication thing going on for all the values to try and balance it. So let's just give Advent Captain a bit of armor. So I'll probably be differentiating the aliens a bit from the Advent troopers. Like Advent will be armor and all sorts, whereas aliens in a lot of cases will gravitate towards being spongy based, which means conventional weapons will actually be quite effective against them, whereas armor piercing rounds will be needed for Advent heavy and armor and stuff like that. So that way, like, each of the sniper rifles has sort of a role, and the role of the magnetic sniper rifle would be mostly as an anti-armor killer or something like that. I think like I just want there to be more, like everything needs to have a place on the battlefield, in my opinion. Like that's the sort of the way I'm gonna try and roll it. Everything earns its place, and in order to do that, everything has to have some degree of specialization. So I want to do that with the weapon categories, like, you know, one's better than Overwatch, one's better than, like, one grazes more, all that sort of stuff. But then, like, also characterize it with regards to also do it with regards to the why'd you add it twice? Oh, you didn't add it twice. Yeah, also add it with regards to just aliens being slightly different. Like obviously the Berserker's the bullet sponge, so you want to like your hollow point rounds or something like that to deal with that. All sorts. All right, game core .ini. That's not what I want. I might drop this cover bonus a bit. I think it's too much. Too much. Okay, and what was there was another thing I wanted to quickly change. That was AI.ini, because they're not doing Overwatch. And the reason they're not doing Overwatch, because I don't think they got it. SUT, Overwatch, Snap. I think that's it. Anyway, let me double check that. Okay, we'll do this. I want to deal with that camera framing before I I'm gonna do a status update video on this thing, but I think I want to fix that camera framing issue before I do that. But let's just check out these changes. Yeah. Give it a go, and while we're doing that, let's read about midpoint cameras, whatever the hell that means. Camera that gets all points of interest within the safe zone. Where do you add the points of interest, eh? Just give me a moment. Let's have a look at CineScript. I see. We've got an action for midpoint. Action camera. X2 action camera. It keeps on seeming to be snapping back. What we'll do is we'll open up we'll run it on slow-mo and we'll run a bit of visualization while we're doing this run around, just so we can see what's going on. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Legend. I'm just going to grab a drink of water while this is loading. Be right back. Let's walk over here, do ourselves a bit of a survey. Okay, they've got armor, we've got armor, we're all happy. These civilians are getting in our way, so we'll have to loop around. Please don't activate. Yeah, activated. Alright, let's get them to move a bit. Alright, X2 bug visualizers. That's the one. Alright, let's slow things down. Slow-mo. There's weapon damage to terrain going on there. There's the first one. Those all fired, and then we've still got this next block pending. Then it passes along and does the rest. that glass. Not quite enough. Well, that looks great because it does them all at once and then cuts back off. But here, see, it's going to snap back before it's even showed the rest, and it's going to do a snapback for every single one of those shots. So there's the block pending, and then we have a couple of blocks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what exploded? What exploded? Oh, that exploded. Oh no. Everyone's injured. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to look at was panic, wasn't it? That's right, I remember now. Now that they've got armor there, I reckon. Wow, all misses. Good XCOM luck. Yeah, the alien cameras. I need to look a bit closer into that. 4. Okay, that's not too bad. I think they can probably bear to have their HP reduced a bit if that's how they're going to behave with that much armor. Alright, let's drop it down. Shoot again at something. Alright, this is going to be a shot, for sure. So, let's see it. Just removed it on me. So there's a start CineScript camera on the finalize animation. So that surely isn't helping. Speed it back up again. Alright, shoot at me some more aliens. Let's have a look here. No cameras on the snap, but there is a remove targeting camera. Remove targeting camera. Let's finalize. Alright, you're surely going to shoot, aren't you? Sure are. Come on, keep slow. Alright, so we have... Perk Stark, fire, selection, permit next visualization to run, end CineScript camera. We need to get rid of that. So there's still an end CineScript camera in the shooter track. Oi. There's still a start CineScript camera in each of them. Yeah. So we just have to strip those cameras. They're just in there. We need to clean. Alright, other than that, this is going pretty terribly. So should probably duck on out. Alright, investigating this camera stuff is probably the last thing I'll do tonight. I don't know if I'll get to the end of it, but let's have a crack. We'll see what's in just the shot type stuff. So yeah, the end CineScript stuff isn't in there. It needs to go. Yeah, but we're going to have a CineScript camera on this one. Oh. Like, are you saying that maybe we can just manually put it in? Let me have a look at default fill out visualization. Typical ability, build visualization. Let's have a look. Ability template.uc. Cinescript. Which delegates it to X2 camera. Cinescript creates Cinescript camera for ability. So yep, so we've got all these different Cinescript camera types. Oh, okay. So it doesn't do nothing if it's not there. So even though those actions are there, game state context. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of you. Never had you. And finalize animation. Oops, that one's fine. I want to finalize. Cinescript. Standard gun firing. Right. So let's, before we go too far, let's have a look at what everything looks like if we pull everything to the base level. I'm sure you probably already know off by heart what's going to happen, but I want to see it for my own eyes before we go further. And in the meantime, let's have a look at Cinescript context. Sorry, context ability. Oops, daisy. Don't do that. Okay, Cinescript. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking we'll do. We'll create and pop them ourselves. I just want to see what it looks like without it first, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we just want to put our midpoint together and then do what we need to do. Because the Overwatch looks great. That's the thing. The Overwatch looks great currently. Steps out. There's no Cinescript business going on with those ones, and they do look good. Yeah, and I really don't mind. Like, it's not like this is it's very central to the play. So I'm going to be playing with the visualization of these a lot. This isn't the kind of thing where I need it to be easy to edit lots of times. Once I get it right, I want to keep it that way. I have a question. It's something I want to test myself, but does Longboard Toolbox even work with the Highlander? Because I have this feeling like they've changed the way that they do big squads now. So it's like it's not the Longboard Toolbox way isn't compatible with the new way or something like that. Probably need to try it myself a bit more. Look at all that. Yeah, it should work. Okay. Because like a number of people are saying, hey, it doesn't work with Longboard Toolbox, but I just got to test it, I guess. It's a bit weird because I can't start a campaign a certain way. Unless maybe that's a setting in Longboard Toolbox. That's not bad. I feel like if we just hold the targeting camera, that'll be acceptable. Hold the targeting camera until finalize animation and then call it done. Let's bring up the visualizers again. Alright, so we're here. Done. Okay, so where is the... Is it already played? Finished. Wait for idle suppression and wait for ability effect. Exit cover, remove targeting camera. There we go. I think we just remove the targeting camera. I actually like it, like how it looks, just like holding on the shoulder. I don't even want like weird camera pans or anything like that. So let's just go with that. Yeah, we're not going to get the kill. Like I imagine it doesn't automatically show up on the kill. Zoom in round on the kill, but let's just see how this goes. If we just get rid of that. So again, pardon my naivety, but I like I'm just trying to understand how the system works. So we have a stack of cameras, and like I guess they have precedence. So like the targeting camera, it's in the context after build visualizers. That's unfortunate. So I can't do that. But surely we can apply our camera. Oh yes, that's a should stay in 3/4 view. That one that was pushed later takes priorities. Cameras have priorities. Yeah. So you've got the stack of cameras, and they've got the top camera, and they've got a swoop that comes down, and that's because a new camera has been created to take over for those ones. And I'm assuming that there's some interpolation between all of these cameras. So if you just take one, it like knows not to cut unless it's specifically told to cut. the glam cam here? A lot of interpolation, which is broken sometimes. Yeah, well, I imagined as such, but firing unit targeting camera. Okay. Firing unit is an XCOM pawn, right? XCOM pawn.uc. I just want to see where this targeting camera is. Targeting camera. Remove camera, targeting camera. Okay. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of places where a targeting camera is still going to get removed because I can see that there in exit cover. Alright. That's also going to make it harder if I want it to do the aim animation with an exit cover while bouncing around. It's unfortunate. Alright. Start Cinesuit programmer has exactly the same idea. Over the shoulder, same idea. There's our context, dropping in the exit camera ability. Can we copy cameras? Like if we've got that targeting camera, can we make it an action to copy that camera and pop it onto the stack and then remove it when we want to? Could we could just steal the unit's targeting camera. But I assume I've got something twisted and that won't actually work. X2 camera over the shoulder. That said though, we've got an X2 camera over the shoulder, we've got a target and who it's based on. Used to cut to a shot where the target is in the foreground and the shooter is in the background. Alright, so that gives me probably a place where I can see that. Okay, not quite. We'll use over the shoulder when we do it properly. over the shoulder act. So the reaction fire sequencer, so it's got that as a subtype because there's reaction and then there's also shooter cam. So reaction fire shooter, reaction fire target, depending on which side of it you're on. So if you're the shooter, firing unit is shooter state. So the firing unit and then the set target. Yeah, okay. We can do something like that and then pop the camera on, which is X2 camera, X2 action camera lookout. Alright, so let's have a look at all these camera actions. X2 action camera remove. Well, that one's probably a pretty obvious one. It'll just get rid of camera. Camera, okay. X2 action camera look at. Camera action to remove. So I need to have a reference to that camera by using a camera action. Okay. To camera. Look at camera. X2 action rather. That seems a bit raw. I want a proper camera. Is that true? X2 camera, OTS, reaction, fire. Oh, it never comes up? Okay. There's a camera stab bizzo here, but I want to do it inside an action surely. So let's keep on digging. Camera lookout, camera remove, camera frame ability, camera flayed. I just want to create a camera that looks a certain way. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything beyond that. So I've got an X2 action camera lookout. X2 camera look at actor. This is a particular type of camera. It's not the one I want by the looks of it. So I might not have my own action here, so I might just have to pop it onto the camera stack myself. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's the first time. Never done it before. They did a really good job with the reaction fire sequencing in XCOM 2, didn't they? Oh look, so they've done camera stack stuff inside this before, which is good. How do they clear the lookout camera? Lookout duration. Ah, it's got a duration, so it kills itself after it's done. duration. That's not what I intended. That's good, but I need to know how long an over-the-shoulder target camera will last for. How many different durations have we got? There, do debug. Yeah, retarget duration is not what I'm after. I'm after something that'll kill itself after a certain amount of time. I wonder how that works on the lookout camera. So lookout actor timed. So I might be able to create my own timed remove self from camera stack. Works for me. Well, this way I don't have to remember to pull it off, but timing might not be right. I'll be right back. Go to the toilet quickly, but this might work. I might give it a try and just see what it looks like. It's getting pretty late, but I do want to see what this looks like because it might look good. It might look good. Alright, let's try this out. Let's not lollygag about. So, we need Alright, so first we need a camera call. Alright, so just looking at that, pretty much remove all of that. Let's look at the X2 actions that are minimal. State executing, begin. Okay. Well, all I really want to do is this. And then complete the action. Only the difference is, it's going to look a bit more. Let's just grab the X2 visualizer. Sorry, reaction file manager. Alright, camera stack. What do we do here? Should blend, true, should hide UI, no. Lifetime equals 0.5. No, let's make that 4 seconds. Float. Alright, so we need to get this sort of stuff. So we need the shooter and the target, which we'll get elsewhere, so let's not worry about that just yet. We need a short-lived camera. Which looks a bit like this. Small unit tactics timed OTS camera. It's going to extend over the shoulder. Lifetime. Alright, so we've got a camera priority there. I'll have a look at that some other time. I'll track that down if I run into some dramas. Okay, so next up we need to feed it this camera when it does the shot. We also need to check if the player's got the glam cam activated. It doesn't even do anything if the glam cam is off. Yep. Pro battle profile settings glam cam. Good-o. So what we want to jump into is the first visualization. So we don't have Cinescript going on. The targeting camera gets removed. So they found the source track. Hallelujah. Then I want to pop this basically at the start. Yeah, at the start will work. I think. Yeah, it gets removed by the context, but it's not going to remove this action as far as I'm aware. So it should be all good, yeah? It's that time again where I have to look up Unreal Script documentation for basic things. Unreal Script array, add a thing. The thing is if it gets removed by the context, I can't keep it. So instead I'm going to pretend that I've got the targeting camera just by creating my own over the shoulder that with the targeting set. Because if the context is going to do it for me, then I'm not going to try and fight it. Because that happens after build visualization. Oh, I can insert. Right, okay, that's all I want to do. Insert. Alright, let me get to the proper docs. Where's docs Unreal Engine? Unreal Engine free, give it to me. Alright, we've got insert, but what we want is insert item, index, item. Alright, insert item. Alright, I get it. 0, and then we'll do our camera action here. So we want to put in a local x2 action, small unit tactics, x2 action, spawn OTS camera. There we go, we've got the camera action. But what we also need to do is we need to get our visualizers. I know how to get the source ID. Can I get the target ID too? Good, I can get object IDs. Where's the target track? Oh, it's just going through every single track and removing all the wait actions. Okie dokie. Ability context, input context. Yeah, we can just use the input context to get that. So I just got to grab the game state context. I can't remember the structure of it. So ability ref, primary target, source object reference, and primary target reference, and that'll do it. Alright, so ability context, input context, source object, and then target unit ref. So shooter ref. Oopsie-daisy. Alright, target ref. So we want XG units for both of them. Yep. Alright, we got that. Then we create our camera. Oh no, we don't need to do that. So instead we make a var on this guy for and target. Just avoid any collisions by doing that. So now we got SUT shooter. SUT target. What kind of matinee prefixes have we got for string targeting matinee prefix? Let's have a look at that. Alright, so they've got themselves some different versions. But otherwise we should be safe. So let's just leave that out for now. So what we're doing here is we're adding to our camera action. So camera action dot SUT shooter. And there's a whole thing, there's a song and dance for spawning actions, surely. Yeah, here we go. Let's do that. I don't know why I went all the way down for that, but there you go. Alright, so we've got a camera action, small unit tactics, X2 action, spawn OTS camera. Spawn OTS camera. Create visualization action. Track index, it's on the right track. Context, okay, camera action SUT shooter equals shooter visualizer. Now finally, we wrap all of this into a glam cam check. So if battle dot, remind me what the variables are. Oh, I closed it. Whoops, that's silly. Alright. Glam cam references, please. Profile settings, glam cam. Profile settings, glam cam. All right. Hopefully that'll do. If it doesn't, then that's too bad. I'm not going to keep on going because it's almost midnight over here. But we've had a good bit of progress in terms of getting closer to understanding where everything's at. Right, so I need my X2 camera. And my new X2 action. Should be enough. Save all. Try and build that. Probably run into an error. We'll go from there. Sure did. Shoot a ref. I don't have that stuff yet. Alright. Local state object reference, shooter ref, and target ref. Error cam. Okay. Cam. There must have been some variable that I pulled out. Let's fix that up. It's not what I want. I want you, and I want to grab timed, camera timed, look at actor timed. Oh no, that's not right. I was grabbing that from the reinforcements. X2 action, core reinforcements. Alright, this function is worthless to me now. Let's see if it works. Still no good. Local is not allowed there. Okay, well then I'll just put it on as a var. Job done. Three, 2, 7. That's all what I've done wrong here. What have I done wrong? That's a ref. Source object is a state object reference, so I'm pretty certain of that. Yep, source object is a state object ref. I don't understand. Bad or missing expression in call to get visualizer. Parameter 1. Shooting ref. Oh, don't copy paste code, kids. One error. Okay, what have I got left? Return is not allowed here in 13. There we go, that'll do. Got to clean up all those errors soon. Oh, warnings, rather. Okay. Let's see if it works. Alright, let's see if what I did worked or not. Well, yeah, that too. You never know. I could get lucky. I have been lucky before. And removing all this code is only a stone's throw away, so it's all good. Hello, boys. Right. Take a shot. Watch out for those civvies in the way, man. Right. Take the shot. No. That all said, though, I want to see whether the code did something weird. Oh, I get to see a stack of cameras. Cool. Nice. Yeah, my camera's not even there. Changes for an midpoint timed. Because I'm pretty sure my visualizer doesn't even get in there. There's the movement follow. To fire, no camera. because this log keeps moving, I'm just going to close it and look at the log. Alright, so a whole bunch of stuff happens, and then I kill the game. But before that stuff happens, a visualization function runs that fails to put the things I want into visualization. Got the snapshot, snapshot follow, snapshot follow. Control reached the end of non-void function. Huh. Which function is that? It's the multi-shot listener. I haven't touched that, so I don't think that's to do with whatever went wrong. But we should probably fix it. There's nothing regarding my visualization work. Alright, I'm going to have to sit on this. Figure out what's going on. It's just going to have to be the way it has to be. Pretty sure I had the glam cam on, so should have worked. Yep. Alright. That'll do me for tonight, I think. Yeah, that'll do me for tonight. And I'll try and revisit this. Once the cameras are good, then I'll probably do a demonstration video of all this stuff. But yeah, I just want to. It would be nice to have the camera just a little bit nicer. I might have a look at that midpoint timed, actually, real quick though. Yeah, right, okay. I'll just commit here. Okie dokie. Well, thanks for sticking it out with me. It's almost been 2.5 hours, which is more than enough for me. Thanks for watching. Catch you around.